All right, welcome Sunday afternoon, sports fans live. If you hear a sound in the background, it is my coffee brewing. I was rushing to get a couple things done before we went live. Well, we're want to wrap up some of the Saturday games, and what an exciting college game day that was. Now we're right in the heart of the NFL games. Be taking a peek at that. Falcons are playing the Steelers 3-3. Go Falcons. Interesting to see how this plays out. Fields for the Steelers. Of course, Cousins coming over the big $180 million contract. And we'll see how that goes. We are almost through the first quarter, not close. Not too far from it. All right. And then it was a great Saturday games. Great Saturday games. And we had some technical issues a couple days ago and kind of got behind a little bit and was looking to get back into, and the coffee's ready. Praise the Lord. Getting back into that and looking at it. I tried to do some posting on X about some of that. Just exciting. Of course, we're dog fans here at the crew. I don't think there's we do have one crew member who's a dog and Bama fan, believe it or not. So that was interesting. We're going to talk about that too. Come in the chat if you want to, and if anybody, one of our crew members gets excited, wants to come in instead of watching the game or doing both like I am, come on up. Let's talk about it. But let's go back and look at some of the college scoring and talk about those games. Well, first of all, it was really a day of upset, but it could have been a greater day of upset. There were a couple of teams that kind of escaped, and but exciting. Then we had a couple of NFL games that was already played. We're going to come back and talk about them, and then the ongoing games that are playing today. If you have a fantasy league, obviously you're looking at your players and wanting to see how those are doing. Let's talk about the college game first. Of course, I'm Dave, your host of the Southern Fried Podcast, SFP Sports Show. We're going to be increasing the sports shows and content and comments on X for sure, and through all the streams. We'll be looking at, as now we are active in baseball, college football, NFL football. We cover those mainly, but we'll look at anything, whether it's basketball or racing or whatever that you'd like to talk about. I even like a little bit of hockey, not much. I'm trying to get into it more. If you're from the northeast, Canada, wherever, I know it's big. I'm a Flyers fan. Don't have an Atlanta team. I'd love for them to see them get one back. Of course, I guess the closest one to me is the Predators, and I'm okay with it. I mean, I'd love to go to one. I think that's one of those you got to go to like it more. It's kind of like a golf. I mean, you can watch golf, and it can be exciting, especially as they're coming down the last 3 or 4 holes. The last day, but you got to kind of be there. So, all right, got the coffee ready. It's cooling just a little bit here. But let's talk about college games from yesterday. Of course, the Dogs were playing Tennessee Tech, and they looked good. There was one little part there where they got a little bit off in their sequencing, as far as they were a little bit off on their throws. The running game was really good all day. The return of Travis Etienne from his suspension for, I think that was a DUI, whatever. Glad to see him have a punishment there. He had to sit and watch. He was allowed to suit up last week, but he was allowed to participate. They looked really good. Of course, I know it's Tennessee Tech, but you want to see your team perform even when it's, somebody that's a pushover. As we'll see, as we talk about some of the other games, they didn't go as planned for some teams. So, we've got when you pay a team some money to come in and be that warm up for the next games, to get a good home game win, you better win. And a couple teams struggled with that, and in fact didn't succeed, or at least one of them, maybe two of them, as we think about that. But Georgia looked good. The defense looked great again. They did give up the late field goal, so 48-3 was that one. Beck was workmanlike. He looked really good. 5 touchdowns. They were talking about his Heisman potential numbers. He got 5 touchdowns. He did end up with 242 yards. ETN had a really strong day running. Of course, all the players were out of the game fairly early in the third quarter. ETN 78 yards on the ground. Didn't really. I don't think he caught a pass. Well, yeah, he did. He caught a couple. He had 14 more yards. So, kind of coming close to the the low 90s there. A good showing. Frazier again come out, and he didn't get to play a lot, but when he did play, he was rushing for almost 5 a clip. So that's pretty nice. And then there were some chip ins there. Beck had 18 on the ground. He did some nice getaways. Hey, Daniel, good to see you, buddy. And I don't know who Daniel's a fan of as far as sports. We've got a good game going on here with the Falcons and Steelers too. I'm glancing at it, and it's getting a little spiffy out there. Where somebody's helmet just came off. I didn't like that. These teams don't play all the time, and they're both trying to establish themselves. Their offense, defense have both looked good for both teams last year. Offensively, not so good. They're both trying to establish that. So they're trying to establish the tone early, as they say. Glad to see that. The Falcons have let the Steelers push them around before. And, of course, their old Georgia dog and Ohio State quarterback Fields in there. They're on the march, 3rd down and 3, and it looks like he had enough to get the first down. So Steelers on the march. First quarter is ending right now, going into the second quarter. Steelers on the march in Falcons territory. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a first down. But back to the Dogs, looked good. Overall, it's a good home win. Next up will be a little bit bigger test. They're talking. Somebody was online talking about this Kentucky game. And it being a potential upset. Come on. If the Dogs let Kentucky upset them, they don't deserve to go anywhere. I mean, come on. I'm not nothing against Kentucky, but they're not on that level right now. It's the Dogs. And I don't think, they were getting gashed a little bit. They're 1-1 now. They were getting gashed. They didn't look that great in their game to me. I know they have the former Georgia quarterback there. They've got some decent pieces, but I just thought that they didn't look that good in their game from week 1. They were okay. I mean, when you think about Kentucky's played really above themselves. I like them in some ways. I mean, they were playing Southern Miss and blew them out. And then you get into week 2, and that was a tougher matchup for them. And South Carolina just exposed them. And of course, little boy Beamer, Shane Beamer, he didn't have to whine. He was able to. I love it when he loses because he really gets his feelings on his sleeves. I've said this before, but they take down Kentucky 31-6. And looking at those stats from that game from the Kentucky side, it's not pretty, right? Vandegrift, 30 yards, 3 for 10, interception, 4 sacks. They did have some rush yards, but this is not. That was a bad game. South Carolina, you got to give them credit. They looked tough. They really did. Not great. They're not in the elites. I said yesterday on my comments about the SEC, it's kind of like remember when they had the presidential debate? What was that, 2016? And they had all them candidates. And you had team 1, tier 1, tier 2. They couldn't get them all on the same stage, so you had to get above a certain amount to be on. They always do that, but it was like a bunch of them, and they put them on the stage. You had to have certain numbers. Then you had team 2 come out. Nobody's winning from team 2. It's not going to happen. So, they went through it, and then they whittled down. They got them. That's what's going to happen in the SEC. It always does. But I think it's a clear line between the elite of the SEC and the rest of the league. It's clear early on that Texas and Georgia are elite in the league. Oklahoma probably up there. And there's a couple other teams. Alabama could be there, but they didn't look good. People say, oh, they beat themselves. I heard a Alabama fan, they beat themselves. No credit given to the other team. Oh, we've got a loose ball here in the game. People are flopping everywhere. And wow, this is a good game here. I'm going to tell you, still 3-3, just started the second quarter. Looks like they was Fields, little end around. They tried to, that didn't work. He reverses. If you're watching the game, you saw that. And then, he lost some yards. It was a big loss for the Steelers. Not a good play. Good job, Falcons, staying home and staying in the game. Boy, that's a big loss. I love it. Jarrett's back in there. Grady Jarrett. Love Grady Jarrett. Great guy. Got hurt. Missed him. He's heart of that defense. Just a great guy. So a 2nd and 19. They ended up getting a couple of yards, 3 yards maybe there. So 3rd down long. Behind the chains, as they say. But yeah, South Carolina did look good. Like I say, there's elites, there's not elites. You've got some also rans, and you've got now Tennessee may be up there. I don't know yet. Who can evaluate them? I'm not going to say elite. I'm going to say they're in the next tier, but they're in the very next tier. So we could have 3 tiers: the elites, the very good, and the no good also ran. Just workmanlike. I'll say. Fair, steady, whatever you want to use. It's not meant as a put down. Dogs have been there before, but the elites are there. I thought I was disappointed if I'm going back and look at the game. And I was talking to it with Rob. We were talking on the phone late in the game, and this meltdown Auburn had against Cal. And I said, Cal's played well. I mean, they've been looking really good here lately, but still, you just expect Auburn to win that. And oh boy, what a week! Peyton Thorne, 4 INTs. There's going to be a lot of chatter down on the plains. Field goal attempt here from the Steelers, and it looks like it's good. 6-3 Steelers. Falcons fixing to get the ball. By the way, I like the new kickoff rules in the NFL. Ain't that interesting? Nobody can move. They all have to be in a certain zone. Nobody can move until the ball is caught. Concussions and all that. Interesting. I've seen a little bit in preseason, but this is really the first time I really watched it. But interesting. I think ended up getting about 30-something yard line, so it worked out for the Falcons. But Auburn, Hugh Freeze, that's not to say they won't, but in this game, it was a close game. It was a back and forth game. Obviously, you're not going to win very often throwing 4 interceptions, and that was just a killer for the Tigers. He did throw a touchdown, and if you look at his numbers overall, he had a touchdown in the air, a touchdown on the ground. He had around just slightly over 200 yards total offense, but the 4 INTs just killed them. So not that Cal, no interceptions, 233 through the air. It's just again, turnovers. It goes back to that. So Cal wins, Auburn goes down, and I'm just looking through the SEC right now, kind of where we're at. So got some teams at 1-1. Of course, Kentucky's 1-1. Georgia will play them this coming week. We'll get to that in a minute. Another game, and I heard some local sports figures talking about Arkansas beating Oklahoma State. I like the coach. He was a former Georgia offensive line coach. I've never been an Arkansas fan. I'm a Dog fan, but I thought they've had really good players, and this was a close game. Two overtimes, very exciting, but Oklahoma State comes up on top. And I thought that was probably the way that was going to end. Oklahoma State has been coming on for a few years, and the recruiting's gotten better. A friend of mine, his daughter is a student there, and I think she's dating, if I remember right, an offensive lineman for Oklahoma State. But they're playing good. He's been able to go and be in the games out there. So Arkansas again. These are not conference games, but that does hurt them. It's a game they probably thought they should have won. Another close game and another loss in the SEC. Arizona State over Mississippi State, 30-23. Again, non-conference. Mississippi State fans, I'm sure, were not happy with that. I did not get a chance to watch this game. We had nice production through the air, 268, 2 touchdowns. Not much on the ground. The ground game was was not really there for the Bulldogs. I hate to say that. There's only one Bulldog, right? Coleman through the air, nice game, 103 yards, a touchdown, and on only 4 receptions. Very nice. And one of those was 80 yards. Mosley 4 for 58. But again, got to give Arizona State University. They didn't have much in the air, but they killed it on the ground. 262 yards on 33 attempts. Skatebo, if I'm saying that right, Skatebo, along with 39. He was averaging right at 8 yards a clip. Wow. Better watch this guy. I didn't see that yesterday. I didn't know about that amount of yardage. I just seen the score. I was busy with some other games. And then you had Levitt, the quarterback, although he only got 69 through the air. He put in another 60 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. That's an interesting, that harkens back, doesn't it? The offenses of old. So a ground and pound type of thing. Looks like, so Bulldogs, they handled them. Close game. Close game. But, they come up big in the end, so, or held on, because they really, they really held on to it. It was really back and forth here, some scoring early by both teams, or one of the teams, really most of the scoring, one team, and then you had some other scoring that come in late by Mississippi, sort of tighten it up. But Arizona State jumps on them and gets the win. We'll look at week 3 in a minute. Let me get to that one in just a second. That one as well. Vanderbilt, nobody expects, I don't. I mean, they come up with a win. I give them credit. Week 1, they destroy Alcorn State 55-0. What a showing there by Vanderbilt. It's nice for their fans. So, Vanderbilt, surprising maybe because of the first week. So they're sitting nice right there. Very nice. I like that. And okay, now let's go back and look at, let's talk about now a squeaker that was a lot closer. Let's see here. Let me go back over here. I want to make sure. Yes, Oklahoma game against Houston. Houston looked really good in this game. Oklahoma ranked 15th in the nation, at least up in this game. I've only seen some of the new rankings. Or actually, I guess they'll come out tonight. Maybe they've already came out. But anyway, 16-12 over Houston. Houston's one of those teams. Remember who was that they had? David Klingler, way back in the day. And they really a big passing attack. Okay, Falcons 1st and 10. 10-12 to go. They're right on the 50-yard line. So looking good. Cousins 6 of 9, 54 yards. He did have an interception. I saw that earlier. Again, they were just taking it easy with him in preseason, so they're still working out some things through their practice sessions and scrimmaging. So we have a penalty, looks like, or an injury. Lindstrom's coming out. That's not good. But he's walking. So that's a tight game. Need the Falcons to just hang in there. I'm curious. I'm going to divert here just for a second. I'm curious if Penix, he's going into the tent, if Penix, when he will get some time, because I just don't think they're going to sit him completely down. I think he'll get some plays to run at various times in the game, and we just hope Cousins stays upright and healthy. So 6 of 9, 54 yards, not big yards, mostly been short. They've been emphasizing the run in this game. But anyway, back to this, this game. Oklahoma does survive Houston, so 16-12. They live to shout another day. They were, expected to be a powerhouse in the SEC. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Miss there. They really need to get the passing going. It looked fairly okay early, but they've missed some here. Update with the Saints, and the Panthers. Good grief. The Panthers are just not rebuilding. They may be worse than I thought they were going to be. So that's another squeaker. Let's look at the blowouts. And I'm going to come back to the Alabama game, because that game ended a lot further apart than that score is misleading, right? We know that. Tennessee, I watched a lot of that game. Early on, it was fairly close. North Carolina State just, I think, their defense was not bad at all. Early offense was struggling some. They did move the ball some, but Tennessee was just a little bit better than them. The rankings show that. So it ended up being 51-10. Wore them down second half. And so, they were making a game of it early. So, Tennessee, how good are they? That's what some would say. How good is Tennessee? I think they're better. Their depth is better. Their defense is better. Offensively, maybe. Of course, the quarterback is playing better than what they've had. Another miss. Had it in his hands. Mooney, another new guy. 4th down and 10, punt. That's the typical Falcons, right? I hate to say it like that. I love them. I'm wearing my Falcons jersey, right? I hate that. Come on, Falcons. But yeah, Tennessee, they've got their schedule is not bad. I mean, they've got a gauntlet to run through of about 4 games, and that's it. The rest of it should be winners. They have a good chance to be in the playoff, and their fans are excited. We'll talk about some of those matchups as we get a little bit deeper in the season. But Tennessee's they're definitely making some moves, to be better. So give them credit. I'm not a Tennessee fan at all, but they're making moves to be better. And got a solid running game. Passing game's gotten better. Again, it comes down to depth, and their depth is better. But I would. They're not an elite team to me yet. No, they're not. Very good? I think so. Maybe just good. We'll find out. The schedule makes them look very good, but I don't see them. They're not going to go real far in the playoff. They're just the elites are better than them. We're seeing things can happen in a game. We understand that, but and North Carolina State, that's not the true test yet that we need to see. LSU, after their coach punching the table loss, comes back and gets the 44-21 win over Nicholls State. This was a close game at one point. This was a very close game. Very good job there. LSU getting the win. Where are they really at too? I don't know that I would describe them as elite right now. Certainly not elite, especially after that USC game, which was close. USC's good. Another very good team. I wouldn't say elite yet. They're ranked 18th. They've got work to do if they want to get there. I don't think that's going to be elite. Solid, very good, solid. They can beat anybody in the down there at their home stadium. So yeah, Florida rebounds. Of course, it's Sanford. Another game they should win, 45-7. They just didn't look good. The game before, but their quarterback, 456 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Of course, it's Sanford. But hey, you take those and you build off of them. Johnson, 67 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. And a nice game by Wilson and Badger, 141 and 123 for both of those. Touchdown for Wilson. So Florida Gators get it done, 45-7. That's what's supposed to happen, right? We're going to talk about this. Like Auburn, it was, Cal's a little bit different story than some of these teams they're playing. It's supposed to, I thought that'd be a close game. I thought it could go either way, but I thought Auburn would win that game, honestly. Texas A&M, after, not the greatest of first games, they come back 52-10 over at McNeese State. So they flex their muscles a little bit. And then really, this Mississippi team, ranked 6th, they look good, 52-3 over MTSU. I like this. I've always liked this guy, the quarterback, Jackson Dart. I like him. 377 through the air, only 1 touchdown thrown, but Parrish had 165 on the ground and 4 touchdowns. So, wow. I've always liked him, though. He's not a huge guy, but he's got some, he can run a little bit. He's got a pretty good accurate arm. Let's see, the Steelers are 2nd and 1 on their 30. A pitch back run. And they got the first down. 1st and 10, Steelers, 8:20 to go in second quarter, 6-3 Steelers. All right, so Mississippi State, any Mississippi, Mississippi, if I can say it out, Mississippi, Mississippi State fans out there. We cover all the South, all the SEC, and other games as well, so good job. MTSU, that's a team that can come up and surprise you sometimes. I actually know the brother of one of the running back coaches at MTSU, so I like them. I like MTSU, but obviously they're not to the level of Ole Miss. So let's see what happens with them a little later. But nice big blowout win, 52-3. Oh yeah, mentioned South Carolina. That was impressive, I think, over Kentucky. I really do. I think they had that. They outmuscled them, absolutely. So let me see. Let's see who else I haven't talked about. I'm saving a couple here, so I want to make sure I covered everybody before we get to the two that I want to cover. We have. Let's go to the game. I guess the game of the day as far as matchups: Texas and Michigan. 31-12 Texas. Texas is elite, ranked number 3. Out there with Ohio State, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. Solid. Michigan doesn't have J.J. McCarthy. They don't have questions about the quarterback. Sure. Texas is blessed. Ewers and old Arch Manning as a backup, who got some play in last week for sure. But this was a huge game. This is a big blow. Michigan's dropping in the standings. Go Blue. Sorry if you're from Michigan. I love it. Dadgummit, they shouldn't have won last year. Dogs got cheated out of being in that. I'd like to have seen that matchup. Ewers, 246, 3 touchdowns. They got some nice contributions on the ground. Another touchdown. Helm, 98, and a touchdown on 7 targets, 7 receptions. Can't do any better than that, brother. So they get it done. Wolverines, 204 and a touchdown, but 2 interceptions and a sack from Warren. Like I said, there's some questions there about that. And their running game, they lost a lot of talent. Their running game didn't get it done either. I mean, I don't even think they didn't even get to 100 yards on that. Loveland, 11 targets, 8 receptions, 70, but he didn't get a touchdown. Morgan did with a 5 for 45 for a touchdown. But Michigan goes down. Go Blue. Go Blue. Texas is they're solid. This is a big game. Of course, the Dogs in Texas will play in Texas. We'll be talking about that game. Big-time game. Let's go to the game I really want to get to. Alabama. Watched a good portion of this game, especially in the second half. I watched some of the first, but a lot in the second half. Alabama didn't play well, and people say, well, they beat themselves. I thought the game plan was really good for the Bulls. And what they did is they just worked real hard to take away the running and put the ball in Milroe's hand. He's at right at 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks, though, no interceptions, but they had the fumbleitis. 17 out of 27, though. Milroe did not play well. They got him on the run. It's been proven. You get him on the run, get him moving and backing up. If he's moving and going forward, and the announcers were saying, just let him run the ball. Miller, 140 and a touchdown. Haynes, 41 and a touchdown. Milroe did have the 2 touchdowns on 2 attempts, or 12 attempts, 2 yards, got the 2 touchdowns, but they probably should have done that late. But they do late, pull away. This game was very close. It was a 1-point game. I really thought that University of South Florida should have went for it, and they were down there late. I agree with the announcers on that. 4th down. They got the field goal, made it 16-13 at that point, I think it was. Now, you should have went for the touchdown. Alabama's, they really started wearing them down by then. They had some injuries, and depth is a problem. But you got to give the Bulls credit. Wow. The look on those faces in Bryant-Denny. Saban Field, we saw the announcement for that. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Yeah, they were shocked. They could not believe what they were seeing. Steelers on the move here, but did not. Or did he get that pass? I missed the play. Oh, he did get the pass. Nice play. They're down in their deep. Falcons got to tighten up. This game could get away from them. This is the problem they've had. Offense is not delivering. That was on Terrell. I mean, that was a nice play. He got pushed off a little bit. Did they call that? He did push off Terrell. That's our old boy. Oh man, I'm replaying this a lot, but I'm not listening to it. So if somebody knows, you can throw it in the chat. And they must have. So they called. They should have. He pushed off. 3rd and 19 now. That was a great catch, but I guess if you can push off, it is a great. So 3rd and 19, they're throwing underneath. Falcons letting them come up, and taking them down. Be a punt. 4:25 left in the first half. That was big for the Falcons. Good defense. 6-3 Steelers right now, and we'll get caught up on all the NFL games here in just a bit. Let's talk about this game just a little bit more, but I thought the game plan was solid. They brought pressure from every different direction. This team was exciting to watch. They weren't expected to win. They had nothing to lose. They let it all hang out. I love that. Way to go, University of South Florida. Bulls. They're like the Longhorns, right? Holding up the Steers. But I like them. I like their uniform coloring. Looks good. I'm sure that Alabama doesn't want to see them anytime soon. Their fans maybe not feeling too elite today. Of course, they'll shake that off and say, "Oh, well, that was they just overlooked them. We beat ourselves." Possible. I don't think. I think Texas is better than Alabama right now. I think Georgia's better than Alabama. Um, so who knows? Let me run a quick commercial. We'll be right back, and we'll continue on with our sports. We're going to try to stay on here for just a bit. We do want to play a couple of ads, and Animal Rescue Alliance is one of those. Let's play a couple of commercials. Sorry, things are running slow here. We have a very slow. Oop, I'm in the wrong thing. Maybe that's why I'm not there. I don't have my control man. Rob, where you at? I need Rob to be here. But we always try to cover Animal Rescue Alliance, so bear with me just for a second. We got a couple of new ads too, and we definitely want you to see those as we talk about some of our new ads. We're going to cover those too. Some of our new program in our store. We'll be right back. Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, one of the blessed things we've been able to do is partner with the wonderful people at Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. These folks are a no-kill shelter in Donaldsonville, Georgia. You see the contact info on the screen. And these folks would love to have you come adopt a dog or a cat. They have folks that come from all over the United States, not just the state of Georgia. They're great folks. It's been a wonderful partnership between Southern Fried Podcast and ARA. And we've been blessed to meet some of the folks that have adopted animals from ARA. Also, we've been able to encourage people to donate and volunteer. They encourage volunteers that are in the area, and they're just wonderful people. We'd love for you to contact them, meet them too, go on their website, see some of the animals, and we know you'll want to partner with them too by taking a dog or a cat to their forever home. Join with us, the Southern Fried Podcast, in support of this great work of the Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. We know you'll be happy you did. I know we are. Then another one? The Southern Fried Podcast is pleased to announce our newest show called Southern Talk. We merged two shows called Manners and Mannerisms 101 into this new show that we felt would better fit our interest in talking all things Southern. So join us for Southern Talk, where we still cover all those manners and customs that we are known for in the South. But now we can expand the topics and reach of this show in a show called Southern Talk with Rob and Dave. The Southern Fried Podcast now has its own store. Go to sfplive.com/store. These links are also found on Facebook and X and some of the other social streams. You will find shirts and hats and mugs and bags and all kinds of items with many different designs. These are just but a few of the more than 250 items that we have with different designs. We hope you'll come and shop, support the podcast. Every dollar that is paid will go towards keeping the podcast growing, and we thank you for your support. sfplive.com/store. Go shop today and get that favorite person in your life their Southern Fried Podcast item, and it'll help us advertise the podcast as you wear these things or take these things out into the public. We thank you for your support. If you have any questions, email us at southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. We'll be glad to answer. We're running some specials as well, 20, 25, and even 30% off in some cases. This will eliminate the mailing charges for sure. So go to sfplive.com/store for your Southern Fried Podcast items today. Remember, Christmas is just around the corner. Thank you. Southern Fried Podcast News Desk, conservative and Christian news brought to you each Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be covering news that affects America and you. From politics nationally and to the state level, we will discuss topics that are breaking each week and get your input as well. Join us each week for news from a conservative and Christian outlook. God bless America and God bless you. All right, we're back, and join us tonight at 9 p.m. for that. We'll be looking at election news, and also I want to look in the state of Georgia. We'll do this as we're getting closer, and I want to look at some of those voting totals. Going back to the last presidential election, some of the percentages. We won't be able to have in this time look at all of them, but I want to look at some of that in an overview, and then we'll drill down in a couple of counties and look at that. There's votes to be had. Of course, that could be said anywhere. But you need all hands on deck. I mean, you need to go out and vote and exercise your right to vote for whoever you're voting for. And obviously, we have great concern. I think a lot of people do this time of year. Well, the Falcons are on the move. There's a timeout, so probably 2 minutes, I think. Cousins has been nice passes, and one of them he just got fortunate in. It was picked up out of the air. Let's go to week 3 SEC. Then I'm going to go back and look at some of the other games from yesterday. And of course, the big one is Notre Dame. We're going to get there. That was great. That's a classic, as they say. Not for Notre Dame though. Next week, 7:30, 3-letter network. Georgia, Kentucky. Georgia finally gets a night game. This should be a good game. It is in Kentucky, and so they've played us tough many times, but I think the Dogs roll in this. I just don't think Kentucky showed me that they have the horses nor the line, I think, and prove me wrong. I don't. I think Georgia wins this game, and I think they win it fairly easy. It might be a little close through the first quarter and a half, maybe not. Sorry. And Georgia wins. Anybody else got anything? Put it in the comments. But Georgia wins this. Alabama has got Wisconsin. It's a pretty big game. Back in the day, Wisconsin, really they are 2-0. They've always liked to run it, have the big line, ball control. Opened up a little in the last few years. But I think I would have thought before this game that Alabama was far and away the better team, but they're going to have to play better. They're ranked 4, if that holds. I guess I don't know if that's the current ranking or not. I think they dropped a little bit. Maybe they did just dropped 1. I don't know. But they're giving up 16. Alabama will probably win this game. Wisconsin's probably not going to win that game. They do have it at home, so let's see what Wisconsin can do. But I think Alabama wins that game. I don't think it'll be close through some of the game. Alabama pulls away late. Just too much talent. But I want to say, the coach is getting a trial by fire in the SEC, though. He was feeling that pressure last night in the game. Nice kick out pass to Robinson. It's another first down, 47 seconds to go till halftime. Cousins is 10 of 15 for 94 yards. Of course, that one interception. Needs to throw a touchdown. Kind of even that out. They are over the 50-yard line, so they're definitely looks like they're probably pretty close to field goal range. I think they probably are with that run. Cousins takes a hit. Always makes you hold your breath a little bit because with the Achilles. Boy, Robinson, he looks good. Was that Robinson on that one? Yeah, Bijan Robinson. 26 rushing yards, 43 receiving yards. So closing in on 70 altogether is doing it well. 1st and 10 with 46 to go. Cousins, another catch over the middle. Another first down. Clock is ticking down to third. Well, they may have stopped it with a timeout. But they're now inside the 20, so it's in the red zone. Falcons definitely have a field goal. They could tie this up before halftime. Obviously you need to get the touchdown, establish it. You're at home. Nice play there, like that. So they lost a receiver, so they to injury. So, but it looks good. Looks like it's a good looking drive. Cousins now over 100 yards in the first half. 41 seconds to go. Excuse me. 1st and 10. Right before halftime. So we'll kind of glance here and just see what goes on if you're watching the game or another NFL game of your choice. We're going to look at scores too. The NFL drops back, sack, fumble. Looks like the Falcons may have got it back. I don't know yet. They may have got it. There is a flag. So we'll have to somebody got beat on that side. Of course, you know who they're trying to block out? Watt. He's a beast. I like him. He's tough. I wish we had him. Oh, he got a nice jump. He just come around the end, got up underneath the shoulder, and that's a hold. He tried to hold him back. So, yeah, Lindstrom, he was grabbing at him. It's Steelers ball. He had the ball. Falcons fell. I mean, don't you just almost expect it? Watt just comes around, beats him, hand swats the arm, and this game is going to be 6-3 at halftime. Steelers. Wow. You got to give him help. They should have chipped him with the tight end there, without a doubt. Well, they kept the ball. Did they call on them? I think they got it back. I thought Watt got it. So it's 1st and 5. Sorry if I'm announced wrong there, because it just looked like I was going. And touchdown. Well, there you go. 2 pits. But they should have chipped that. You got to give them help on that side. Watt's too good. So the Falcons will have the lead. I missed what happened there. It looked like he got it. So somebody could tell me. That'd be great. Anyway, let's go back. LSU at South Carolina. This is a decent matchup, but LSU was going to win this game. We think South Carolina is 2-0. Will little Shane Beamer, I probably shouldn't say it that way, but will little Shane Beamer be crying at the end of this game? Probably, because he's got it at home. LSU's at home. But I think LSU wins this game. Boston College, of course, they looked good. They're 2-0. They've looked good. Missouri has looked good too. 12:45 kickoff, 12 o'clock on the kickoff on LSU, South Carolina next week. This is a decent matchup. I like this matchup. They're both 2-0. The game is in Columbia, and wow, this is a tight game right here. This is really almost. I mean, man, you could go a lot of different ways with this. I don't bet, so I'm not going to talk about spreads or any of that. But let's see what happens. That's a good game. I think this is a game that won't get enough attention early, maybe because it is early. But the LSU, South Carolina being on, and Alabama, Wisconsin, it won't get the attention it should. But that's a really good matchup. Boston College is showing some stuff. So I'm gonna give Missouri the edge at home. Texas A&M and Florida. I love this matchup. Both teams 1-1. 3:30 game, good old classic 3-letter network game at 3:30. The game is in the Swamp. Wow. My tendency would be to pick Florida here, playing at home, but actually I'm going to go A&M because I still think Florida, even though they had a good showing against the other team, I think A&M. I think they go in there and beat them. Florida's just not showed it yet. To me, not against quality opponent. I'll probably lose that. I pick against Florida, I'll lose. But Florida, I think A&M beats them. Tulane, Oklahoma, 2-0 against 1-1. Oklahoma ranked 15th. So it is in Norman, and Oklahoma's going to win this game. But that's a good, Tulane. That's a good matchup. Arkansas UAB for 15 game SEC Network. Arkansas will win this game, although UAB can make a nice showing sometimes. But Arkansas, they'll get back on their winning ways. Mississippi against Wake Forest. This will be a little bit better matchup. Wake Forest has played really good at times. They're not ranked. Mississippi 6. Let's see how they show against this game with Jackson Dart. And Mississippi will roll, I think, but Wake Forest a little bit better opponent. Texas will kill UTSA, 7 p.m. They'll roll to 3-0. Vanderbilt, Georgia State. Georgia State did beat the Mocs, Chattanooga Mocs. They're 1-1. Vanderbilt 2-0. It's a good matchup. Vanderbilt should win this game. This is ESPN Plus, Saturday night at 7 p.m. Give Vanderbilt the victory here. Auburn against New Mexico, ESPN 2, 7:30. Auburn should win this game, go to 2-1. Mississippi State, Toledo. This is a good matchup, 2-0 against 1-1. This game is in Starkville. I'll give Mississippi State the edge here. That's a pretty good matchup, though. That's a pretty good matchup. The Toledo's getting 9 as we just talk about points. That game could be closer than some think, and I think those numbers bear it out that it is probably going to be closer in the final score. Oh, and then Tennessee is going to destroy Kent State at 7:45 SEC Network. And of course, that is another home game they can hoop it up and whoop and holler and sing Rocky Top to their till their voices go out. So Steelers have the ball, 32 seconds. Just got a completed pass, not enough for the first down. They're in hurry up. Clock is marching, 23, 22, 21, 20. They are on the 38-yard line, looks like they're 38. Drop back, Fields looks, another underneath, going to get to about the 42. Out of bounds, clock's up 9. Of course, they're trying to get a field goal. They're going to need a long pass here, a decent distance long to even get a shot at the field goal. So Falcons should go in to the halftime leading. Way to go, Falcons. Way to go. These newer helmets, they don't shine as much. I know they're making them different. They do have some shine, but I think the Steelers helmets shine more than the Falcons. So some of those newer design helmets, they look good. I like the black helmets, but I like the red. I wish the Falcons would go back and wear red with a black helmet or something. Or maybe even the red helmet. Or the black Falcon on the red helmet. That looks good. That's my favorite look. They wore the black years ago. I loved it. It's tough. They didn't play tough enough in it, but I like the look of it. But I would rather have. I'm old school guy. I love the red on the Falcons. So there's your SEC for next week. All right, let's go back and let's look at top 25. We've talked about many of these. USC continued to win. Utah State destroyed them. Not much to say there. Oregon, this was a close game. What about the close touchdown? Was that really a touchdown? Man, I looked at it a lot of times. And what is it with these players that, control the ball until you cross the line? You're too worried about your celebration, pointing up in the stands. How many times, and there has been some historic failures here. Let's go back. Dallas Cowboys, they beat them in the Super Bowl, but it was what's a deep pass, and they're in field goal range. But the clock they're going to give them a second. That clock should have ran out. Pickens, you're killing us, man. They got it. They're going to at least get a shot at it. They should get this. Wow, but I thought that clock should have ran out. Nice deep out, in and out. He should have just went out right there. That almost cost him. That clock should have run out. Oh, I think maybe he did. That's why that backs it up a little bit. Pickens, I love you, man, but not against the home team here. Come on, 1 second. First down, one play, field goal. They're talking to the coach over there, getting some explanation. It's going to be a good game all the way to the end, I think. You know, two teams really trying to establish themselves on offense. It looks like he did step out of bounds right there at the 25.5-yard line, so not that hard of a field goal. 3 seconds left. Looks like it should be at that point if they do call that out. His foot slipped. A little bit of green right there. And it looks like he did slide into the white. So C.J. Stroud finds Diggs for his first touchdown in Houston. That's almost that's how many riches do you need? I love Houston. I like them. I like their uniforms. I like their coaching staff. I like their players. Man, but the rich get richer, right? Diggs, left Buffalo, goes over to Houston. I like them. They're coming for you, Cowboy fans. Clemson gets back on the ways. They just whip up on Appy State. But anyway, Oregon over Boise State. Boise State played them tough. It's a close game. That was a big play in that game. Let's see here. Ohio State absolutely destroys Western Michigan. Illinois in a squeaker over Kansas. Miami, again, Florida A&M destroyed them. Miami's for real. They're going to be moving up for real, as you hear, for real. This was a great game. Iowa State, Iowa, and Iowa State gets the win over the ranked Iowa. There was people having a hard time picking that game, and I think just went with Iowa because they were ranked, some of them. The field goal is good. 10-9 at half. Falcons do have a 1-point lead. The clock clicks to 0, and we're at halftime in the Falcons-Steelers game in Atlanta, GA. Louisville come back a big win. Or not come back, but they got a big win, 49-14. Utah, 23-12 over Baylor. Well, where has Baylor went? See, I talked about them. Georgia Tech goes down. That was a close game. Syracuse got it done. A lot of people thought with the momentum Georgia Tech had that, they're playing better. It was a tough game. Syracuse gets it. And then Penn State in a top one over Bowling Green. Some close games. But let's go to this game. This is the game, right? Did you get to see it? Did you watch history being made? Notre Dame, Northern Illinois. Wow. So late in the game, if you saw it, they got the field goal that drove the stake, I should say, rather, into the heart of all Fighting Irish fans the world over. And we loved it, who are not Fighting Irish fans. This team was paid $1.4 million, Northern Illinois University, and I posted it on our X account. You cannot not be moved by the coach afterwards in tears, talking about his team believing and everything. That's what makes college football great. And it's even greater when you take out Notre Dame. Sorry if you're listening and you like Notre Dame. You're just one of those schools that all of us who are not Notre Dame love to hate. Not in a hate sense, like, we're good guys here, but come on, we don't like the Fighting Irish. We don't take nothing away from their history and what they've been able to do. Need to join a conference. They cannot get a first round bye in the playoff because of that. Yeah, they always march to the beat of their own drum, I guess. But this is great. This is one of those that's going to come down. I'm going to get back to the football thing too. The not securing the ball till you're all the way through into the touchdown. But wow, what a great thing! 16-14. You just don't see that all the time. And you paid them $1.4 million for them to come in and beat you. Oh boy, that was I know that was a tough one. They'll get back at it. They'll get back on their winning ways, I'm sure. Notre Dame will. They have a good team. It's just that's what makes college football great. They just got caught. Team played well. What's the old saying? You never let them hang around. You let them hang around, and sometimes that'll bite you. And that kick was just, it looked like it was in slow motion. Oh man, the announcer's going crazy. So Clout, you gotta tip your hat, right? I mean, I don't even know this team. I've heard of them, never really followed them. But I will say this. I will say this about this. There's questioning now about the coach at Notre Dame. He's not totally getting it done. They came in there, thinking that they're talking about how he was going to take them even further, and a lot of fanfare. But there's a lot of talk, and that's just talk right now. But as Marcus Freeman, I'm not saying he's in any danger right now, but you just when you get pushed around by a team that you're supposed to destroy, there's going to be questions about the quarterback. There's questions about does he get benched, Riley Leonard? So it's a stunner. It's absolutely a stunner. So the Huskies of Northern Illinois University, they get it done. I like their logo there, NIU, the Husky looking over the top. Pretty nice. The coloring is good. I'm a fan now. I'm a fan. I probably need to get one just to see who the Notre Dame fans are, because they'll find you if you wear a hat like that. We're seeing 17-10 Cardinals at half over the Bills. Bills? The Cardinals trying to come up, get that team back on. Here's the game, man. The Colts and Texans. I like C.J. Stroud. I mean, we're thankful that he didn't beat us at Georgia. As close. Diggs, there's the touchdown. 12-7. Close game. Colts are a good team. Jags, Miami. Speed to burn there for Miami at the receiver. But the Jags are into the end zone. Brian Thomas, 14-yard touchdown. 14-7, the half. New England and new coach. And they're playing the Bengals, and they did get a touchdown. 10-0 Patriots at the half. What's happened to the Bengals? What has happened to them? Tough. So good games. It's early. Sometimes second halves things can fall apart for any team. So, all right. So this was great. This is one of those you need to have. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes the light's too much. Let's see if I can get over this way and see if it'll clear up. There it is. If you can that's one of those that needs to be framed and put on the wall, at work. Get you a hat and wear it. And then the Dogs have just came out as a 3-touchdown favorite over Kentucky. I'm not surprised. They're going to roll. But you'll find out who the Notre Dame fans are. They'll find you. They'll come in and say, I don't like that picture. That was going to have to go on the wall. If nothing else, the respect I have for a team that don't give up and get it done. Not so much Notre Dame. Whatever. But you just got to root for a team like that. I love it. Reminds me of those Appy State games, right, over Michigan. And they did it a few years later, and I can't remember who they upset in that. I don't remember. I want to say a team because I'll probably get it wrong. But Notre Dame's got to drop some, right? They got to. They won't drop them much. They always, come on. I mean, you know it. They always overrank Notre Dame. And then they won't drop them they should really drop some spots here, right? They should drop further, than Michigan falling for playing Texas. I mean, look at the quality opponent, I mean, come on. Nothing against NIU, but they were supposed to win this game. So let's go. Let's drop them. Drop like a rock. That's what I say. All right, week 3, looking at top 25. We already talked about Georgia, Kentucky. Georgia just drops as a 3-touchdown favorite over Kentucky in Lexington. Get it done, Dogs. Get it done. Yep, we're going to get it done. Arizona, Kansas State. That's a good matchup. 8 p.m. Fox. I'm going to give Arizona the edge here over the higher ranked Kansas State. Alabama, Wisconsin, already talked about that. Arkansas State, Michigan. Oh, it's going to be ugly for Arkansas State. Michigan's not going to be happy. They're 2-0, though. But it's Michigan, and they're mad. They'll be flexing their muscles. North Carolina State gets a chance to rebound against La Tech. La Tech on ACC Network, 12 p.m. Again, we talked about the LSU South Carolina. I see LSU winning this game. Oklahoma State Tulsa. That's Okie State for sure. You know, this Boston College Missouri game really intrigues me. I'll stay with it. I think Missouri wins because they're at home. But this game intrigues me. I kind of think the Boston College could win this pretty easy. Not easily. I think they could sneak in and get it. Ball State is going to get kicked like a ball by Miami. Miami's for real. How soon before they're ranked in the top 10? And when the Heisman rankings come out, Cam is going to be in those rankings. Notre Dame and Purdue, not the game you really want to follow up. Purdue, I know, is not ranked right now, but Purdue is that's not a team you really want to be playing if you're Notre Dame after that kind of loss. Purdue be coming in thinking, hey, they're 1-0. Notre Dame 1-1. Love that. Only thing would be better if it was 0-2. Sorry. 3:30 game, 3-letter network called CBS. Notre Dame's going to win the game if they get their quarterback situation straightened out. Oregon State. Oregon, yeah. Both teams 2-0. Another 3:30 game, really good. Tulane and Oklahoma. Not a pretty cool matchup. Bears are trailing. Caleb Williams, 8 for 14 for 53 yards so far in the game today. Oklahoma over Tulane, yes. Virginia Military against the number 23 Georgia Tech as of right now. ACC 3:30. Tech wins. Troy and Iowa. Iowa gets back on the winning ways. They'll beat Troy, Utah, and Utah State. Utah is going to roll Utah State. Roll them. 11th ranked Utah's for real. 2-0 against the 1-1 Utah State. 4:30 CBS. Mississippi, Wake Forest, kind of talked about that. Texas is going to kill UTSA. Tennessee at Kent State, another roll. That's your top 25. And your SEC. Let's look at NFL. Let's talk about games today. Week 1. Well, we already had 2 games, right? We saw the Chiefs take down the Ravens. I picked the Ravens to win it all, but I said the Chiefs would win this game. I just think throughout the season. But after watching that game, I thought the Ravens would just get better. And they may. They've got all the pieces to get better and better. But you know what? The Chiefs got better. And I'm gonna roll that back. I think the Chiefs are going it again. Their defense really impressed me. I already knew they were good on offense. X-Man comes in, Worthy, and he's a Tyreek Hill. Looks like a clone, so to speak. Rashee Rice, he may have some missing games coming up depending on his court case. But they've got Hardeman, they've got the running backs Pacheco, and they've got some other people. They look good. Chiefs rolled, they rolled 27-20, but they were in control of this game, I think, really just about all the way. The Ravens did go down and get a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his new team. But later, the Chiefs really clamped down on the run game. And honestly, when the running game gets clamped down, the all-star quarterback didn't look as good. And I know it's early, but did not look good. And then we had the big Brazil game. Can't wear green. And that was the Eagles over the Packers. Love gets dinged up. How bad? Not sure. Ankle, I think that was 34-29. Eagles. I like the Eagles. They looked good. Packers are good too. This is a good, classy early game. Classic. I really want to say classic early game because this was classy too. Good for the Brazilians to see American football, international team. And where will it be? It won't be Brazil, but where will it be? Well, London or Mexico City. NFL's fixing to go international. We know that. I suspect 2 teams. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go 4 in the next few years, but 2 to start. That's coming. London's going to have one. My opinion. Of course, we talked about the Bills losing to the Cardinals right now. Panthers, just getting annihilated by the Saints. Is this an indication of how much better the Saints are, or how bad the Panthers are? A combination of both. It's halftime there, 30-3, Saints. Their owner doesn't take losing well, and he's kind of a smart aleck. I can't think of his name right now, but I'd say he's not a happy man. He's not a happy man right now. Big investments. This team's not good. And where's the Bengals? I mean, Patriots got them 10-0. Where's Burrow and company? This is a close game. I thought so. Texans and Colts 12-7. I think the Texans win this, but I don't count the Colts out. Falcons get ready to kick off for the second half. They'll be kicking off to the Steelers, leading by a thin margin of 10-9. Bears are losing to the Titans 17-3. I still like the Titans. I think they got good things going on there. I thought it was good for them to go ahead and move on from Derrick Henry. He's getting some mileage on the and he's still good, but save the money. I like their Tajay Spears. I like him. I think he's a good running back. I think he's going to do good things there. And Levis, if he can stay healthy. They always have the defense. 17-3 over the Bears. It is the Bears. And all them people thought the Bears were going to come out, and they got their new Wonder Boy, and they got the pieces. And I tried to tell them it's still the Bears. Rebuild your offensive line. Titans are rolling right now. 2 touchdowns. Vikings, a little surprise here over the Giants, 14-3. They had, they lost their quarterback, the old Michigan quarterback. Let's look at the stats in this game. Darnold, of course, stepping in for the Vikings. He is at 151 with a touchdown, no interceptions, 1 sack. The running game has not been great so far, but they do have a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 3 targets, 3 receptions, 50 yards and a touchdown. One of those, a 44-yard bomb. And there's some Addisons in there. Oliver, they're chipping in. So it is in the third quarter, just kicked off. Falcons are taking down the Steelers. It was a good tackle. Good gang tackle there. It's going to be 3rd and 5. See what goes on here. Pickens burned him on that last pass. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. That was bad. It was bad. I got to give Pickens credit. Tip of the hat to him. This game should be 10-6. Pickens makes that happen. Yeah, Fields got it there. Give him credit. But really, that move, Pickens just took him out of their cleat. Great catch. He's got great hands. He did at Georgia. Sometimes he can kind of lose it up here. He's got to keep himself in the game, staying engaged, not getting stupid penalties. But they're on the 35, 3rd and 5. Oh, and it's a sack way back on the 21-yard line. I love it. Falcons get the sack. 4th down, be punting. And a good interior push. Yes, you know who it was. Our boy Grady comes on in, swim move, takes him down. Fields got the ankle tackle there on the 21-yard line. Well, it's nice to have Grady Jarrett back. Yeah, go Falcons. Punt the ball. Let's get this offense back on the field and see how they're doing. They looked good in that last drive. Got the touchdown after a scary play where they could have easily. I thought they got it back. Falcons just got the ball. They're coming up the field. Nice return. Going to be out close to the 50. Way to go. I love it. Let's go. You can feel the energy. Even I don't have no sound on it. I can feel the energy in that game. So anyway, what's going on with the Giants? Is Daniel Jones going to just not? He's got all the tools. He just doesn't get it done. Now he's 8 of 16, 55 yards. He's not going to get it. Atrocious offense. Atrocious. They do have Malik Neighbors. He's 4 targets, 2 receptions, 29 yards. He's going to get frustrated on that team. Robinson 2 for 12. Singletary. I mean, the running game is horrible right now. This is a bad game. A bad game right now for the. And Vikings have got the ball again to start. They're moving right now. So we'll see. Minnesota is on the Giants' 21-yard line. 5 plays, 49 yards in 2 minutes 11 seconds. And if they score again, it's this could turn into a blowout. It kind of will be already a blowout. And so Aaron Jones rushed to the 19-yard run. They're gashing him. He followed. He had a 12-yard run, and then a touchdown. Touchdown. Darnold, a nailer, 21 yards. It's 21-3. 21-3. Minnesota kickoff. New York Football Giants. What's going on? I'm a Giants fan. I got a Minnesota jersey. Rob gives me a hard time for wearing it. I guess Falcons are playing good right now. We're not switching. I would wear it though because I like, just give them some props. But Minnesota is getting it done. I counted you down in this game. I thought New York would win that. Texans got the ball. Started the third quarter. Let's see who else we can look at here. Some of the late games obviously haven't started out yet. So Patriots have got the field goal, 13-0. Man, 30-3. That Saints score over the Panthers. Jaguars, up on Dolphins by 10, 17-7. Wow. So Falcons need to get some room here. This is a good game, Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville. I like what they've done. This is a little bit surprising to me. It's still at the half, 17-7. Let's get into the stats a little bit. Lawrence has 125 yards, a touchdown. He has been sacked once. Big B has 31, along with 17. ETN, he does have the touchdown with 11 yards. Falcons start off on the ground. Nice move. Bijan, get 3 or 4 yards there. Looks like 4. Second down. They're in Steelers territory. Nice balance today. Way to go, boys. Thomas, 4 for 4. 47 yards and a touchdown. Offense, Davis, 2 out of 2 for 40. Kirk's chipping in 30. So they're at the half, 17-7. Falcons on the ground again. Looks like it's going to be third down and about 2. Inching forward. Nice. Let's look at Miami here. Tua, 131. 11 out of 21. 1 sack. And, it chipped in another 11 on the ground. Arcane, not Arcane, but Arcane. 8 yards, 6 rushes, 8 yards, a 1.3 average, but he did get a touchdown. Wow, that's ugly. He has 4 receptions off 4 targets, so they're passing short distance. He has 60 in the air. Way to go, okay. Waddle, 32. Hill, 7 targets, 4 receptions, 32 yards. They got to get him more involved. We know that. Doesn't take a genius to see that. 17-7, Jacksonville over Miami. I'm not going to say this is a shocker or nothing like that. I think Jacksonville's a playoff team. They've got a really solid team. I just think the spread of the score is a little shocking to me. 17-7. I could see this one being longer. Falcons 4th and 1. They're going for it. They have they got a nice run. Got around the corner, and Houston gets the first down. I missed the run play where they didn't get it. Well, they got a yard. This is a nice flip to the receiver coming across. Nice seal blocking on the edge there. Very nice. End up getting about 10. Oh, maybe a little bit more, maybe 12. Nice. Bijan Robinson is 44. Was that Robinson run that? Maybe it was Robinson. I'm sorry. He came over. I looked at the thing wrong. He's chipping in a nice game. Cousins, 13 out of 18. 136. They just fumbled the ball. Steeler ball. Oh, golly. Wow. On the move, Watt. I love you. I could kill you. I love you, man. I love you. You deserve all the credit you get. What a hard worker, a beast. He comes out. They just fumbled the ball. He just come in there and got it, though. He beat 3 Falcons for it. You know what? Tip the hat. Way to hustle, buddy. You got to like his motor. I like him. I'm not going to put the guy down. What a beast. 10-9, Falcons just fumbled the ball. That was a bad exchange. That's killer. But yeah, I'm a little shocked at how far this 10-point game, Jacksonville over Miami. This Bills Cardinals game. Bills do have the ball. There's 9:51 left in the third. Oh, they tied it up. Okay, way to go. And that was the Allen pass over the middle, made by Hollins for 11 yards. So they answer. So 17-17, Cardinals Buffalo. I think Buffalo wins this game. Our Cardinals are, they got some nice pieces. Let's look at the stats in this game. Murray, 69-19, 131 and a touchdown. Very nice, very nice. Murray needs to play well. 28 on the ground, another touchdown on the ground by Connor, 18 yards on 9 attempts. Horrible, 2 yards a carry there, but gets the touchdown. Connor Chip gets another 3 targets, 3 receptions, 33 in the air, and a lot of receivers are spreading the ball around. Got to give them credit. Let's look at the Bills. Allen, 10 of 11. Nice numbers there, 134 and a touchdown. He has been sacked twice. Our boy from Georgia, Cook, James Cook, Dalvin's brother, 9 attempts for 47 yards, a little over 5 a clip. Did not get a touchdown. Allen has a rushing touchdown on 20 yards. And then through the air, Cook has another 2 out of 2 targets, 2 receptions. That's his value right there. He's great through the air, 29 yards. Hollins just got the touchdown. And again, they're spreading the ball around really good. Tight game, 17-17, 9:51 in the third quarter. Love it. Way to go. I want the Bills to win that game. Patriots have the ball again, third quarter, 13-0 over the Bengals. Texans have the ball leading 12-7 over the Colts. Man, I'm a little shocked at a couple of these scores. The Vikings over the Giants, 21-3. This is not good. What's happened to the Giants? I mean, good grief. Good grief. Stats. Vikings. Darnold, 15 out of 17, 181, 2 touchdowns. Way to go, Sam Darnold. He's been up and down, been hurt some. Jones, 51 on the ground with a touchdown. Justin Jefferson still on 3 for 3 for 50 at a touchdown. Giants have the ball. Jones is still in the game, 10 on 19, 85 yards, no touchdowns, 2 sacks. They're just not getting it done. Neighbors Malik, 6 targets, 4 receptions, 59 yards. I like him. What an amazing talent out of LSU. I like him, but this game is pulling away the Vikings. Getting it done. Let's see what happens. 9:29 to go in the third. The Giants. Steelers on the move now. 3rd and 1. Let's see. It was just a bad. Let's see. I didn't get the chance to see that. I think Cousins just missed it. He's trying to set the offense up. Watts coming in, and then they just didn't do it. Cousins got knocked out of the way. Okay, yeah, I just say I tip my hat to him, man. I like Watt. I really do. The Bosa brothers, the Watts. How can you not like those guys? Great respect. I just wish they was on my team. They looked with quarterback sneak. Looks like they got the first down. 9:50 go. Third quarter. Yeah, he got it. Be 1st and 10. I'm sure of it. They're coming up on midfield. So we'll see. And yeah, they gave it to him. 1st and 10. Clock is running. 48-yard line. They're 48. New set of downs. Falcons have got to stiffen up here. Oh, nice run. Got 5 yards. 5 yards on 1st down. So, again, this is a slugfest. Both teams. There's Will Anderson from the Alabama Crimson Tide. I like him. Looks like he's beefed up more. They do that. They get you, make you bigger, faster, stronger. Well, maybe not faster. 2nd and 5. So this is a good game. Both teams are done some good things, but the Falcons' turnovers is the story of the game right now. Interception, almost fumble, and then a fumble. Falcons have got to hang on to the ball, but they're all in this game, leading by 1. Steelers on the move, 2nd and 5. Another run. Looks like he's going to get 1, be 3rd and 4. Sorry, got to wet my whistle, as they say. See if I got any coffee left. I hope you are watching the games and staying with me. Thank you for all those that are being in here today. We appreciate Daniel Sugarbridge, hardest working man in Chatsworth, Georgia, but all you folks from X being in there. thank you for supporting SFP Sports. And we're looking forward to having a lot of sports programming, discussion, talk. We're Dogs, Falcons, Bama. We're SEC football, but we'll talk anybody. Small school, big school, don't matter. We're big into football, college and pro. I was raised at the feet of my dad as a Falcons fan. I have remained true, but I have a lot of teams I like. Kansas City, not because they've done good the last few years. I go way back with Kansas City, the Derek Thomas days. I've always liked them. Okoye. I always liked the Chiefs. I'm not a fan come lately. They were my AFC team. I like the Bills in the AFC. I do like Houston. I got to tell you, I like Houston. Texans. I've always liked Philly, the Giants. Got a lot of Georgia players on Philly's team too. First down, dropped ball, 2nd and 10, Steelers. So that was missed. Did not connect there. Who else do I like? I like Jacksonville. I'm okay. Jags. I like them. Who do I hate? Saints, Rams, although I do like Stetson Bennett, who's back up there, and the starting quarterback from Georgia. There's some, I think I was rooting for him in the Super Bowl. Since they're not in my division anymore, that old NFC South or East, the Saints, the Rams, I can't stand those teams. Run on 2nd down, it's gonna be 3rd down. Look like about 7, 8. And here is a flash in to the Vikings. Yeah, that's showing the touchdown where they went up 21-3. They look good. You got to give them credit. Donald getting it done. Nice run, move on the ball. 4th down and 8. Excuse me. Falcons going to get the ball back. Let's go. Just cruising through. But who do I hate? I hate the Saints. Hate the Rams. Come on, I hate New England, right? I don't like New England. Never have. But I do. I go all the way back in New England. I paid attention to them all the way back in the Chris Collinsworth days. I like him as an announcer. I know some don't like him, but I like him. He's hung around. He's been steady. He's not over the top. He's kind of cut up. Oh, they have field goal. I'm sorry. I didn't know they were close enough. They got it. They take the lead. I didn't realize that other play they got up. It was 12-10. Falcons will get the ball back, but they're going to be down by 2. And so here we go. I'm sorry. I missed the play before talking. So the Falcons, we just got it just inside the field goal there. So he's shaking his head like, yeah, I almost missed that. Bengals, what's happened to the Bengals? But I've never been a Bengals fan either. Nothing against Burrow. I just don't like them. Never liked the Bears. The Bears losing 17-3 right now at halftime. Packers, sort of, kind of. I've liked them at times. Broncos, Seahawks, no. Raiders, Chargers. I liked the Chargers one time way back, Dan Fouts. I'm interested in this Commanders-Buccaneers game later. I'm interested in that. Of course, the Cowboys and Browns. Tonight, the Sunday night game, Rams and Lions. I think I said Cowboys-Browns, Rams and Lions, if I said that wrong. Good game. This will be interesting. That'll be a good game to watch. Then your Monday night game, 49ers and the Jets. That's interesting. Can Aaron Rodgers, can he get it back going? Here's Cousins. Had some nice passes, shaky on a couple of things, coming back from the Achilles. Rodgers, he's a little older. I think he's still got it enough to win, but I honestly think he's going to get hurt again. Maybe not that, but it'll be something else. 40-year-olds don't do well in the NFL. Usually. I know there is the exception who's now retired, but I don't think Rodgers has the body of him as far as being able to maintain however he got that body. Nothing for me to say. But Bills have the ball, a good tie up there, so they got the ball back. Well, then it's 4th and 7, so they're going to be giving the ball back over. Good tight game. This is a good game. Maybe the game of the day right now, except for this Falcons-Steelers game. I think that's a really good game. Saints have the ball again on the Panthers. So they're moving up the field they're on 34. The poor, pitiful Carolina. They walked a dog there at one time, but they're not doing it now, are they? Patriots again have the ball. The Texans 15-7 over the Colts. Houston has a first down and 10 at their own 10. Okay, so yeah. The problem with the Colts is AR is a better rusher than he is thrower. He's coming on, but he's better at that than he is. Stroud has 15 out of 21, 173 and a touchdown. He has been sacked 3 times. Mixon 68 on the ground. Stroud chips in another 13. Nico Collins, 5 targets, 3 receptions, 79 yards. Tank Dell, only 2 out of 5. Not good on that percentage, but he does have 34. Diggs in 4 for 4, 31, and the touchdown. Schultz, the former Dallas Cowboy tight end, 3 out of 3, 16 yards. A long of 7. Mixon's chipped in with 7 yards, moving it around. So we'll see here, looking at the Colts, AR, 6 out of 12, 93 yards, touchdown, but also an interception and 2 sacks. He's got another 43 on the ground. Taylor, 37 on the ground. Pierce has 68 through the air. Nice with a touchdown. Pittman, another 23. Not much after that. We go back and 2nd and 7 on the 13, so slugging it out deep in their own territory. Giants do have the ball. 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 30. It's the beginning of the drive here. I'm sorry, they got it back from the Giants. They have the ball. Oh, not good. The field goal. They got the field goal. That's right. 21-6. So the Giants do stay alive somewhat, but now if Minnesota drives and scores, it's going to be over. Giants ain't going to win this game anyway. Falcons got the ball. Looks like they just coming up in there. 19 sacks last season, led the NFL. 96.5 since 2017, leads the NFL. 6 straight Pro Bowls. I salute you, sir. You deserve it. Great player. Motors all going all the time. You got to chip this guy. Good job on that pass defense. Nice catch by Pitts. Big play into Steeler territory. Over 20. There's a flag though. Of course, it's the Falcons. It was 3rd and 2. It's going to be 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 12. Probably hold. No, illegal use of hands. Falcons. 3rd down still. What is that, a 5-er? Jake Matthews. To the face. Come on, man. Let me see the play. So he's out there on that left tackle, all-important spot. And he got the guy coming around. He did put his hand up there on his face mask, but he slipped it right off. Now he came back up. Okay. First look, I'd say don't call it. Second one, I understand it. Falcons have got a few. Oh, that's a 10. That's a 10. I didn't know that. 3rd and 12. I guess I did know that. Here comes Watt again. Oh, man. Fumble. We got it back. We'll be punting the ball. Watt's eating him up. Lindstrom can't handle him. I told you I got to chip that guy. Can't handle him. He's winning this game for the Steelers by himself, almost. I mean, let's see if they did chip him. Oh, they put Pitts on him, but then by the time Lindstrom gets there, because he come out wide, there was no hope. You gotta bring somebody and hit him off the line. You don't give him a chance to. There's a flag. What was the flag for? Illegal hands to the face, cornerback Dante Jackson. And what's going on? No pun intended. And Falcons trying to get off the line. Oh, he grabbed a whole face mask. Held him up where he couldn't go. 1st and 10. Cousins 13 out of 18, 136, and the touchdown and that interception. So, all right, they're on the 33-yard line. Falcons moving now. It's a run. Robinson looks like about 3. So, might be safer to run right now. Some end arounds. They ran towards his side, though, which might be the best thing to do. But Watt went to the sideline. He needs a breather. They've got his back up in there. That's the best time to go his way. All right. NFL football, I love that it's back. We got 2 weeks of college in. We got the first full week of NFL. You got to love it. It's a good game. I only got two. Second, that's a long. That should be. I was almost three. Man, sack. You're killing us, Cousins. You just stood there. Throw the ball away. So they're going to end up punting it back because they're third down long now. They come right up on the middle on him. So it looks like they eat this. They just ate the center up. Dahlman, is that Dahlman? Yeah. Just ate him up. Both sides. It's like they sung a song, "Let's meet at the quarterback." It's like they gave each other the look. Third down and long, 17. They're going to go underneath. They're not going to get it. They got they didn't get the 7 back or the 10 back. It's fourth down. They'll be punting the ball. 4:26 to go in the third. Good game. Falcons maybe they can get a good long punt here. They need to flip the field a little bit. The question would be, is there more Steeler fans in the stands in Atlanta than there are Falcons fans? I'd say it's a pretty good split. Steelers travel well. They have fans all over. When you win 4 Super Bowls in a decade and then come back and win another 1 or 2, what was it, 1 for sure? I don't know if I won that second one. Off the top of my head, you got a lot of fans. A lot of people like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I get it. Everybody had their lunch boxes and stuff. Got a good return maybe going on here. They got him down 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 to go. Pittsburgh Steelers. Justin Fields back on the attack. And we'll see. Oh, there's a flag. Maybe they got a block in the back and they got pin them back another 10 yards. That'd be great. So we'll see. So, let's check the scores again. Titans got the ball 17-3 still. The Vikings got the ball 21-6 after that Giants field goal. What else here? Cardinals ball still tied up 17-17 with the Bills. Jaguars 17 with the ball to 7 over the Dolphins. That's shocking to me, honestly. That's 10 points. It's 30-3 with the Saints have the ball over the hapless Panthers. Their fans can't be happy. Bengals have the ball, losing 13-0 to the Patriots. A little shocker there for me. Texans have the ball again, as I said, leading 15-7 over the Colts in the midway through the third quarter. Titans have the ball 17, as I said, over the Bears, Bears. And let's see what happens here in this game. And we're only about an hour and a half out from the late games or the afternoon games and then the Sunday night game tonight, which should be a good game. I think it'd be a great game. Rams and Lions. NBC, that game is in Detroit. You got to give Detroit their props. They played really well. I like them. I mean, I don't like them beating my team, but you got to like their moxie. I do. I like their moxie. The rebirth of the quarterback there, their defense. He'll go for it anytime, anywhere. He's not worried. Very nice indeed. So everything's still the same. So I don't know if one of my partners is listening. He's wanting to go to the Cowboys-Falcons game in November. I'm going to try to make it happen. I can talk back to him and let him know. Oh, tickets are so high, right, for a poor boy. Have you been to a game lately? They're high. I mean, it's always been high, but it's extremely high now. Appreciate all you ex-followers being in here. Thank you for following SFP Sports. Here we're SEC, but we like all college football. Dogs. Definitely me and Rob are both dog fans, lifelong Falcons fans, although we pick at them. And I like the things they're doing, but it's got to translate. And right now it's translating, but those turnovers, that hurt you. I just think, I like Cousins, don't get me wrong. I want to make a comment here, and I've said this. He's the guy we need in there right now, but the future it's honestly, you know where it's at. It's Penix, because you got Penix, his mobility, and that lefty, and you got Pitts, and you got Mooney, and you got London and Robinson. That's what's going to be in the poster. Deep pass, and it's going to fall in. Pickens again, oh my gosh, and he's still on the move. Taken down, not good. Pickens is eating us up in the secondary. My Georgia boy, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Deep pass, 1-on-1, and he's doing this against one of the best. I mean, he's big. He's great hands. That's a great catch. I almost got there. I almost got the field, but he got it out of there. Grady in there. You got to play for the field goal here. He almost dropped it, but he held it. Way to go, Pickens. Tip my hat. Salute. George Pickens. 28-yard line the other way. Back to the run. And they're going to get a few yards here. 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6. I think it's 6. 3rd and 4. Or 2nd and 4, excuse me. I wish it's 4th and 4. 2nd down. Steelers moving, getting in a little bit of a hurry here. Yeah, the former Falcons coach, he's loving this offensive play caller for Pittsburgh. He's wanting this game. Oh, false start. Nice. It was, he did get, actually got 4. I thought he got 6. So it was 2nd and 6. Let's make that 2nd and 11. We need to get. Oh, yeah. Offensive line jumped. Pickens is back in, took a breather. Oh, my goodness. What do you want to bet they're going to him? I wouldn't be surprised. And he's doing it against one of the best, A.J. Terrell. A.J. Terrell. So here we go. 2nd and 11. Getting ready to snap the ball. If you're watching this live, I'm a little bit behind. I know I'm on just a slight delay probably. He ran the ball, get some of it back. Got some of that back. 3rd down. Amazing they would run the ball there. Even with him. That was a hard hit he took on that Grady hit right in the ribs. That catch of Pickens looks just like that, a lot like that catch he made against Alabama in the first national championship when he was hurt and he made that really deep catch. That was his biggest contribution that game. And of course, he'd been hurt. He come back in. That was reminiscent of that, kind of one of those that not many people can make that catch like that. Play action pass. Do not get the first down. There is a flag. It's 3rd and 7. Be now 3rd and 2, 1.5, 2. See what the flag is. We need to hold them to a field goal here, boys. See what happened here. Pickens got his head. Maybe he's guilty. I haven't seen the call yet, so if you're listening, somebody's probably announced it. Coach ain't happy. Oh, illegal shift. Van Jefferson, former Falcon too. I like Van Jefferson. Maybe he's a plant. Let's catch up here. Let's see here. We'll see 3rd and 12. Well, he just throw it up and Pickens goes and gets it. I mean, that's what I'd do. And that's what they're looking at. They're looking his way. It's not open. He throws underneath, and it's not going to – they're going to have to kick the field goal. So good job. Good job, Falcons. Cardinals with the ball, still tied up 17-17 with the Bills. Jaguars with the ball, 17-7 still over the Dolphins. I think that's my shocker right now. The Saints with the ball, 33 over the Panthers. They're just coasting now. Bengals with the ball, still losing 13-0. Texans with the ball, 15-7. Titans still with the ball, 17-3 over the Bears. Falcons with the ball, 21-6. No big changes there. Maybe he'll miss. But he didn't. Professionals don't miss that much. College, you see a little bit more. NFL, you miss an NFL, you're going home. I have seen they draft them higher. They try to give them a lot of leeway, but you start costing your team, you're done. What was Jerry Glanville said to the ref? This is NFL, which means not for long. Keep making calls like that. But that could be applied a lot of ways. You start messing up. NFL's okay. You got your walking papers. We'll get somebody else in here. Open tryouts the next week for a kicker. So yeah, they don't miss much. But I think the accuracies went up for kickers. Some of these kickers today, like Butker and Tucker, and just Aubrey. I mean, they're very accurate. I mean, it's almost automatic. We almost need something pendulum or something swinging up there to make it a little more challenging. I'm not for big changes. I'm only joking, but I would like to see something done with that. I mean, they've just mastered this to where it's maybe weather plays in, but honestly, it's almost automatic. 35-yard line and in, it's really just really automatic. Fouls getting the ball back on the 25, 15 to 10s. Almost sounds like there was a safety in there, right? So, well, we've been going for a while here. We'll go just a few minutes further, and then we may come back this evening. Of course, I've got the political show tonight. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe do a late sports wrap up for NFL. Look for that. Be late. Might see that tonight. So we'll be wrapping up. Let's catch up here on some of these games. There've not been really any changes. I mean, so we see that the ones that are in hand. Then there's two that's really tight. This is one of them. Falcons on the ground again. Got a little hole here. Nice 5-yard run. Robinson. So, yeah. Cousins is 14 of 19, 140, a touchdown. Not bad, but the fumble, interception. He did have the interception to kill a drive, and he did have the fumble. If you heard my dog barking, at least somebody's here, so somebody's gotten back. So, yeah. But these games, we'll see with that. Bills are now 24 to 17 over the Cardinals. Oh, yeah. Some of this has been delayed. It's not caught up as much. So Arizona has the ball. End of the third quarter, going into the fourth. So they are second 5 at Buffalo 13. So they've come right back. They had a incomplete, scrambles for 29 yards, another 20, and another 5 yards. So, yeah, we'll see. 24-17, Arizona with ball. In the third quarter, going into the fourth. I predict Bills win this game. I said that before. Jaguars still got the ball. Saints score again. Panthers with the ball. It's over. Bengals got a touchdown. 13-7. So the Bengals showing up a little bit. Ramondre Stevenson, 73 yards and touchdown. Salute, my man. Good deal. Brissett for the Patriots, 10 out of 19, 88 yards with 1 sack. This is a very low score, grounded out kind of game. Both teams, I don't know, the Bengals have just really fell off. Give the Patriots credit for their defense. Again, I say, are the Saints this good, or are the Panthers that bad, or a combination thereof? I think it could be a combination thereof. The Saints are better. They've always had the weapons. Let's look at some of their stats for the day. For the Saints, oops, hit the wrong button. Carr, 150, 15 out of 19, 3 touchdowns. Way to go, Carr. Here's the difference maker. Kamara, 82 on the ground with a touchdown. Another 22 in the air. Hill's chipped in the tight end, 35 on the ground. He's a good guy to have around, Taysom Hill. Touchdowns also by tight end Marino and Johnson. So, Panthers, Young, 9 out of 18, 106 yards, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. Sanders, a grand total of 15 on the ground. He is averaging 5, but they don't give him the ball much because Chuba Hubbard, 5 attempts, 13 yards, 2.6 average. Oh, boy. Even Young has 9 yards. I mean, he's almost the leading rusher. Mingo, I like Mingo, but he's only 1 reception out of 2 targets for 35. But this is a bad team. Bad team. So, bad team. I mean, it's not good. Right out of the gate looking this bad. I mean, this is not good. Of course, I'd want them to beat we play them both. For the Falcons, it's, for both of us. Okay, it's got a holding call here in the Steelers game. So we'll see what's going on here. We've got an injured player. But yeah, Panthers are horrible. Patriots with the ball after the Bengals scoring. This Colts game, 15-13. That's tighter than I thought it would be, to be honest. I really thought that game would be. Houston will win a little bit going away. Close early. Falcons with the ball on their 25-yard line. 2nd and 15. That was on them. Oh, yeah. Then Watt just destroys them again. He did get rid of it. But Watt is single-handedly winning the game for the Steelers. Single-handedly. They can't do nothing with him. He just totally swim moved again underneath, and his cousin saw it coming and just dumped the ball. 3rd and 15. They need to roll him a little bit away. They've got to get a chipper over there on him, and I don't understand it. You can't Lindstrom, they can't handle him. They cannot handle him on the edge. There he's coming again, and another just throwaway. Yeah, be punting the ball. They got nothing for him. Steelers fans, you got to be happy. It's not a great showing offensively. Falcons have played pretty good defensively, not horrible offensively, but third quarter going into the fourth quarter now, Watt is eating these offensive linemen with the Falcons up, whether it's a run or whether it's a pass. He got that fumble recovery, out-hustled him. I mean, if he's not getting the ball, he's getting the sack, he's influencing it. Well, they got the ball still. I thought that maybe they got a penalty, but it's 3rd and 15. Or maybe there's a timeout called. I'm not listening, so I don't know what happened there. But the Falcons, here he goes again. Probably a little bit of a hold there. And they didn't complete it anyway, so the punt still comes. Steelers are starting to flex on defense a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. It's not looking good for the Falcons. It's a tight game. Falcons are going to have to play some D, get the ball back. I don't like the offensive runs there, but the ball it just wasn't there. Punting from deep within their own end, 10-yard line. Nice punt. Needed that. Nice punt. Catches on the 16. Going to end up at the 20. No, yeah, 22. Play D. So Cardinals with the ball, losing. Jaguars still winning 17-7. Patriots still winning 13-7. Good games today. Really good games, except for Saints-Panthers. And now, 28-6, the Giants, the hapless Giants. Kills me to say that. Oh my gosh. Vikings, Darnold, 17 out of 20. Man, he's eating it up, man. 195, 2 touchdowns. Jones up to 61 with that touchdown on the ground. Jefferson now has 59, so they just clock and keep moving the ball. Daniel Jones, 13 out of 26, 118 interceptions, 4 sacks. Give the Vikings some credit on defense, but Malik is the only shining point. Malik Neighbors, 7 targets, 5 receptions, 66 yards. No score, obviously, but he's nice for them. But this is a horrible showing by the Giants. They had some high hopes. Well, they just got shot down in flames from the old AC/DC song, "Shot Down in Flames." 28-6, Vikings destroying the New York Football Giants. There's life in Tennessee, or for the Bears. Are they playing in Tennessee or at Chicago? I didn't catch that, so maybe this is in Chicago. I don't know. But it is now 17-10. The Bears have the ball. Let's give some credit here. Levis, not having a great day. He does have a touchdown, 2 sacks. Pollard, 66 on the ground. Levis, Spears chipping in about another 53. Pollard with that touchdown. But I got to give some credit here. Some credit. But the Bears showing some life. The numbers for Williams are not good. 11 out of 24, 80 yards, 2 sacks, no touchdowns, no interceptions, though. Receiving is just, there's just nothing there. They do have Jones with 11 yards on 2 attempts. Rushing, and Williams has got 11 on a rush. I mean, it's horrible. Horrible. And the ball's been spread out some, but it's an atrocious offense. But they do have the ball, 17-10. 17-10. So let's see here. Then going into the fourth quarter, the Bears. So we'll see here. We'll see what they can do once they get the fourth quarter. Let's tighten it up a little bit. Give them some credit. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to glance through some of the stats there on their defense and everything for the Bears. So, interesting. Oh, and the Steelers are running all over the Falcons. It's a nice run. Oh, man. It looks like a Steelers home game. Wow. Not good, Falcons. Not good. It's not the way you want to start out. Oh, is that their old boy Patterson? Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? I don't see running. It look like him. Maybe it's not. He is on that team. 1st and 10 at almost midfield. Well, they got him there. They got him down that time. So, all right. There's an NFL update about Tyreek Hill being hit by a policeman somehow. What's that? I definitely didn't see it. There's a lot of videos being shown about it. If you're watching, you probably know what that is. I'll have to catch up with that. 2nd and 8, rollout, Fields, nice catch, hit the tight end. 1st down, Freiermuth. He's a classic Steelers tight end, right? Classic. I mean, he fits that mold perfectly. Perfectly. Wow. Yeah, they're just grinding it right now. Bills 24-20 over the Cardinals, who see here. So it's a little tight. Some close games. This Texans-Colts games intrigues me a little bit. And this Bears tightening this up. That's really – and then the Cardinals-Bills, that's another game that intrigues me. The rest of them, I mean, absolute beatdown by the Saints on just a beatdown. Panthers. What do you say to this? I mean, I didn't think it'd be that bad. I thought they'd play a little bit better than that. 3rd quarter still, Panthers with the ball. I don't know that it matters. Most of these games are really close today. Good first week games. Of course, the Vikings are starting to flex, and Steelers are too. They're just running over the Falcons. Got another 1st down. Warren, I like him. Good, strong running back. I like him. He's going to eventually be the starter there. He may be now. No, Najee's there, but anyway, they're moving the ball. 63 on the ground, 34 this half. So Falcons are starting to wear down a little bit in their run defense. Texans have the ball, 4th quarter, 14-47. At least that's what it was. Fields runs, shouldn't have. Well, he got a few yards. Was that Fields? Anyway, I don't think they trust him to throw it as much as they do run it right now. They just want to grind, use the clock, and keep moving. It's working. 2nd down and 6, 10:27 to go in the 4th. It's going to be a game the Falcons look back at, and they just, 2 things. Watt had nothing for him. Turnovers. But the true story of the game is Watt is destroying the offensive line of the Falcons. And I can say it, I'm a Falcons fan. He's eating them up. And another rollout. Tried to go back. Didn't get it. Well, he did get it. 3rd down. Nice defense. Another big tight end. Wasn't Freiermuth this time. 3rd and 1. Well, if you're going to make a stand, Falcons, you got to make it now. Because if they're just moving, they're running the clock, 9:50 to go, 4th quarter. This game is still could be won. That was a good tackle. Good tackle. Good job. That's a big boy. I mean, he just made him go straight out of bounds. Arthur Smith's got to be eating this up. He wants to beat the Falcons so bad. 3rd and 1. I bet Fields runs it. And he is. Falcons, and they never guess this. They never do it. Falcons fan, it kills me. You knew he was going to run that. They're not going to throw the ball in that case. 1st down. You knew he was going to run that ball. They weren't ready for that. Had nobody up in close support. Got through the line. Over. 48 rushing. Got 203 total yards. Good job for him, you know. And they're back in, they're obviously in field goal range now. But they're wanting more. Falcons have got to hold them to the field goal if they want to have any chance in this game. But they got a 1st down. Clock is moving, 8:47. Back to their ground and pound. 2 yards. 2 yards. We'll try to stay with you here for this drive. Then we're going to get off of here. And we'll come back tonight. I think I'm going to do a late live for sports, but we'll be in at 9 o'clock for politics. And then we'll reboot and come in and talk about late games and what happened with that. Thank you, all you folks from X for being in here, and anybody else if you're in there from any other stream. We appreciate you. Hope you know. I love football. How can you not love it? Colors, it's kind of hard right now. We're just not going to get it done. I don't see them winning this game, but you never know. 2nd and 8. They're using up all the clock they can, snapping with less than 4 to go. Another run, of course. And good seal there. Ooh, nice tackle. 3rd and 2, 3, 2.5. They got to make the stand right here because they're eating clock. Better watch Fields again. I mean, if I would, why wouldn't you? Either the running backs or him. I wouldn't put the ball in the air. They're eating up. There's a flag. I don't know what this was. What was the call? What was the call? Well, I hope it wasn't against the Falcons because if it is, they're just giving them the game. I don't know. I'm not seeing the call. So, Patriots still holding on 13-7. Yeah, that's going to be a foul. They got into a little scrum. Looks like the Falcons, last one to retaliate and got it. Oh, no, I don't know now. The Pittsburgh did a late one, too. If you saw that, then could be offsetting. They both got chippy. Offsetting, play over. That really helped the Falcons, really. Except for the loss of time. You need that time, but there's still enough time, but they really need to hold them right here. No, that's 3rd and 2, so I understand that call. Here we go. A little out pass. I'm surprised they passed it and they didn't get it. It's going to be 4th and less than 1. Do they decide to go for it? Go out. You're smart to kick the field goal. You take points right here. Yeah, you could probably get it, but you take a chance. Need to expand the lead, make it be a touchdown, 2-point conversion. That'd be up by 8. That's a good tackle. Good job. Good job. 2, Terrell. Who's the other guy? Bates. Think. Was that Bates? Not sure. They're going for it. Well, they want to drive it. He didn't get it. He did not get it. Falcons rising up. There is life in Atlanta yet. They totally timed that. Came in there and got her done right up the gut. I mean, and Fields tried to go. I mean, look at the Superman over the top there, held him up, and then the others took him down. He lost yardage. He lost a full yard. Way to go. There is life in Atlanta yet. Number 53. Is that Landon or Anderson? I mean, oh, yeah. You love to see that energy. Way to go. That's Landon. I like him. Both them players. Landman. I'm sorry, Landman. Well, 7 minutes to go, and we're in the fourth. We'll hang with you here for just a minute. We'll see what happens. Do the Falcons do it? Can they do it? Let's run through our scores again. I need to get off of here, though. I'm having too much fun. You probably not have listened to me, but it's a little choppy. The first time I've done it like this, but we're gonna do this every week, hopefully. Cardinals with the ball, fourth quarter. Bills still winning. Dolphins with the ball, 17-7 still. 17-14, they just scored. Jacksonville's got the ball, so I have an update there. So tight game. You would think that the Dolphins would rise up a little bit here. I mean, they're too good a team. 288 for Tua and a touchdown. McCain has that touchdown. Hill, 109. You ain't gonna hold him down forever. So Jacksonville does have the ball. We'll see. Hey, the Panthers scored a touchdown. Into the third. Well, they're making a comeback. They're only down by 27. Saints have the ball. I'm being a little facetious. The Bengals are showing life, 16-10. They have the ball. 4th and 7 on the 30, New England 33. So, well, they're going to have to give that up. And let's go back. 22-20. Can the Colts pull this game out? Houston with the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 30. Richardson pass deep right, complete. Touchdown, 54 yards. Way to go. Another salute. AR, you got it done. This game is tighter than I thought it would be. I knew the Colts were good, but AR's young. Wow. He has all the ability. There's no doubt. Nice catch and run after. Receiver made it happen. That was a nice play, though. Good play by the quarterback. Wow. So these games have tightened up. 31-20 now, Bills over Cardinals. Titans with the ball, 17-13. Vikings still 28-6 with the ball. So it is tight. I like to see the close games. Nobody wants to see. They're going back and looking at this the fourth down play. I told you should have kicked the field goal. It's what you get. Got greedy. Sorry, Fields. Sorry, Charlie. Didn't get it done. Falcons on the ground, maybe 2 yards. Looks like about maybe 2.5. So 2nd down. Cousins 14-21, 140 we see there on the screen. Clock is moving, 6:50. Can they control Watt? Here's the thing. Looks like there's still no help on that side. Now they're rolling Pitts back over here. He has got to chip him. He has to. 2nd and 7. They gave him the 3. It was close. There goes Watt again. Ball's out. Going to get the first down. Bijan Robinson. Nice play. There's a flag, though. This is just not. Oh, all Falcons fans know how this goes. Deep in your territory. 2nd and 7 with a flag. Oh, my goodness. Pitts underused, right? False start. Was it Pitts that did a false start? Kyle Pitts, false start. They moved him from the left to the right. He got set. Oh, he wasn't up on the line. Mental mistake. So a formation issue. 2nd down and 12 deep in their own territory. Oh, he's standing in his end zone. Watt running back to help. Oh, that ball just got – I think the Steelers just got the ball on well, no, that ball was tipped, so it can't be a backward pass. So it's 3rd and 12. They got nothing for him. Watt's coming. He had to – 56 was in there, tipped the ball, and it hit the ground. So they was trying to set up a screen, but – and they actually had a pretty good screen set up there. Well, no, he was blowing up on the block. That play wasn't going anywhere. The story here is Cousins cannot push the ball down the field because they cannot do anything with Watt. So everything is short, and he's not mobile. He's not a mobile quarterback. Here he comes again. It's in the end zone. It's going to be, fourth down. They didn't get there. Got the pass. 5:59 to go. They'll have to. Do they go for it? If they do, the game is over. If they don't get it, I think they punt. Yeah, they're coming out. You have to. It's too close. Wow. Okay, well, we did watch that drive. We'll be back this late tonight. Look at it late night after the SFP news program. Going to church, come back, get the news program, and then we'll get into our sports game tonight. Thank you for watching us and hanging there with us. Had a lot of folks come in from X. We appreciate you. Come back tonight. It'll be late. That runs from 9 to 11, so we'll get in as soon as we can after that's over. Falcons are punting back to the Steelers. And, oh, goodness, they're giving up some yards here. They're going to be at the 50. There's a flag. That's probably against the Falcons. That'll probably just seal this game for the Steelers. Thanks for watching. This was fun. We'll come back. We'll pick up the evening games tonight and look at Sunday Night Football and see what's happening late by the time we come in. The game be ending up. We'll catch up all the scores there and look into next week. Unless something goes wrong, I plan on being back. Have a great evening. And God bless. Enjoy your Sunday. And thanks for supporting Southern Fried Pie.